Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. There are all the ways you can follow the show right there. Call the show, text the show, and follow us on social media. So there's, we started the day out, and I want to just hit it again here real quick. It's really simple why the media is gushing over this right here. Number 24. Thank you, Canada, for putting your trust in our team and having faith in us to move this country in the right direction. Regardless of how you cast your vote, our team will work hard for all Canadians. Why is the media gushing over that today? And why are they number 23? Why are they doing this comparison? Netanyahu tells president he can't form government. Because it's real simple. President Trump endorsed Benjamin Netanyahu and who else but Barack Hussein Obama. They are loving the fact that they finally got Obama to endorse somebody that could get elected, even though it's not in this country. Even though it's Canada, go to 24, or 32, 22. Even though that's Canada, where Justin Trudeau and most of the liberal Americans said they would flee to, okay? And they did not leave. But they are so excited this morning that Barack Hussein Obama got on the endorsement line there and pushed him over the top, even though it's not our country. Number 39, Romney on impeachment. Senate may well become a juror. Romney may become a juror on the trial of the century. Oh, Lord. And let me go over this. Now, they're trying to, yesterday, the President of the United States had a very good cabinet meeting. And let's go to number 25. So this morning, they're glossing over that whole cabinet meeting. They're glossing over where is whistleblower 1, whistleblower 2. Who are these people that are testifying? They're glossing over everything and anything corrupt that's happening. And poll half of voters in 6 battleground states support House Democrats' impeachment inquiry. Now leave that up there for a minute because I want to give you something here, and then we're going to move along. Here are the 6 states that they are really ratcheting down with the impeachment: Florida, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Arizona. That being said, here are the the phony polling of the day. Number 27, these polls were taken, the New York Times Siena poll, taken in the 6 battleground states I just gave you. Support or oppose impeaching and removing. Remember, I think we were the first here to do the parallel, impeach and remove, House, Senate. Trump from office among battleground state voters. 43, it's creeped up to 43 support the whole thing. Impeaching him and getting his keister out of there by Christmas. 53 oppose. Let's go to the next one, number 28. Same question. How many support? 5% are GOP. But the number we're focusing in on, now if you were watching Joe and Minka and all of the evil ones over there in the corrupt, the fake pundits in the corrupt, corporate corrupt media, support GOP, 39%, 5%. Independents is the number they're circling in. 39% of independents in the 6 battleground states support impeaching and removing. Opposed, 92, 55, 14. Those numbers could actually move an election in those states. Those numbers, this is what they're discussing right now. Those numbers in those 6 states I read off earlier: Florida, North Carolina, Michigan, Arizona and Pennsylvania, those states alone, they want you to believe, give me number 29 and stay there for a second. They want you to believe that those states right there, their senators, you know, Sally McMuffin or whatever her name is, or Sally McSally or whatever her name is out there in Arizona. President Trump's job approval and strength of support. 26% approve. Almost nothing he can do to lose their approval. 26%. Almost nothing. 13 approve, but could lose approval. I mean, is there something he could do? All right, this is your local daily pollster. What are you doing? Nothing. You doing nothing? Yeah, nothing. You got time? I got time. Unemployment's 3.5%, but I happen to be the one guy you called that has time. Okay, our first question. Is there anything Donald Trump could do to lose your support? Yeah, I guess so. So we can put you in the category of the 13% that could lose support? Well, sure, anybody can lose support. All right. Do you disapprove but could win approval? What the hell? 46% disapprove, almost nothing he could do to win approval. Now, here's an interesting side of the poll. There is nothing President Trump could do to lose their approval. So let me ask you a question. Is there absolutely nothing he can do? Nothing. Are you sure? I'm sure there's nothing he can do to lose my approval. Can I ask you what TV, where you get your news? Fox News. That's my source right there. I go to Fox News for everything, 24/7. There is nothing President Trump could do to lose their approval. They also said 55% of those people watch Fox News. 29% Fox News is not their primary news source. This is the stupid stuff that they are polling in what they call the battleground states. They are doing everything. Elizabeth Warren, the front runner, is advocating for protection for illegal transgenders coming across the border. So if you're illegal, she wants special protection for you. If you come here illegally and you claim to be a boy, I tell you what to do. You get up the border, just say, look, Rosie, just tell them you're a boy. What? Yeah, you tell them you're a boy, and you know, you can't stay in Mexico because they won't let a boy play with his toys in a boy's world in Mexico. And I got to go to America. I know, you're like, hey, how can you be so silly? I'm not. They want to give, this is their front runner. This is why they're trying to tear the President of the United States down every way they can. They have no candidate. Elizabeth Warren wants to give transgender extra protection to illegals coming to the border. Number 31. Here's an ambassador Trump's probably never met to Ukraine. Bill Taylor set to testify today. To what? All right, so let's go back to the video. There's two more spots in this video I want to talk about. So let's go back to 4340, and we'll stay with that till I tell you to return.
Over there, and they're going very well. As far as the continuation of the witch hunt, we beat the Russian deal, we beat the Mueller deal. Now I find out, as I said before, that they're trying to make other people into Russian agents, Russian assets. It has no credibility. Now they have what should be extremely easy to beat because they have a perfect phone call. I made a perfect call, not a good call, perfect call. In fact, a friend of mine who's a great lawyer said, did you know this would be the subject of all of this scrutiny? Because the way you express yourself, this is like a perfect call. You must have known this was going to happen. No, I didn't. That's just the way I talked to the president of Ukraine, who, by the way, said there was no pressure. There was no blackmail. There was no anything. And Congressman Hurd, I have to tell you, yesterday was great. It was great what he said. I gained a lot of respect for him very quickly because he said, you know, with all of this going on, I haven't heard one Ukrainian say there was pressure. I haven't heard one Ukrainian, not one, say that there was pressure of any kind. There haven't even been reports of it to our people. Nobody's even said it. And the reason you haven't heard it because there is no pressure. The conversation I had was perfect. And what happened is I released the conversation, and that threw Shifty Schiff off. Crooked, he's a corrupt politician. Schiff is a corrupt politician. That threw him off because he made up a lie. He made up what I said in my conversation. And he went before the United States Congress, and he said a made-up story. It was fabricated. He totally fabricated. They say he's a screenwriter. Well, this was screenwritten. It was a fabricated story. So he made up a lie, and I released, they never thought that I'd do this. I released a transcription done by stenographers of the exact conversation I had. And now the game was up. And the other thing is, the whistleblower and the other whistleblower and the informer, all these people that seem to have disappeared. You know why they disappeared? Because they talked about another conversation. A conversation that I never had. They made up a conversation. Now, if you look at the whistleblower report and you look at the actual transcribed conversation, the actual conversation that I had, and you couple that with the president saying that that was a perfectly fine conversation. I don't even know. He doesn't even know what they're doing. He didn't even know about the money not being paid. Okay, I think that came out somewhere that the money, he didn't know that. Then you also have his foreign minister saying, no, it was a very good conversation. There was no anything asked for. There was no pressure whatsoever. So there's a phony investigation. I watched a couple of people on television today talking about it. They were talking about what a phony deal it is, what a phony investigation it is. And the Republicans have to get tougher and fight. We have some that are great fighters, but they have to get tougher and fight because the Democrats are trying to hurt the Republican Party for the election, which is coming up, where we're doing very well. We're had a record crowd. The history of the arena, it's the biggest crowd they've ever had, and we had 20,000 people outside at least. We're doing great in the election. You saw what happened in North Carolina. We picked up 2 seats that people didn't think we were going to pick up. That was 2 weeks ago. Last week, a governor that people thought was okay went down, and now he's got a big election. He was under 50%. Nobody thought that was going to happen. We're doing very well. But a lot of the stories that are made up between a guy like Shifty Schiff, who's a phony guy, corrupt politician, the media buys it. Because unfortunately, the media is corrupt also. Much of the media, so much of it, such a big percentage of it. It's such a shame. Some great reporters, some great journalists, but some really bad people. So that's the story. The economy's good. We're doing well with getting out finally after 10 years. Again, 30 days to 10 years. 30 days to 10 years.
Now, I got a couple more things I want to go over before the show ends, so I got to come back to that. No pressure. Even Will Hurd from Texas said, Congressman Hurd said, I've yet to see a Ukrainian step forward. They beat the Russian deal, Russian agents, Russian spies, Russian assets. I mean, Schiff is a corrupt politician, period. Now, the President of the United States is correct in saying, or recapping what Will Hurd said, Congressman from Texas. You realize right now the Ukrainian government could actually push every bit of their support behind Nancy Pelosi. The Ukrainian government could come out and release, any document they want fabricating that Trump did anything at all. They could have it all set up. The Ukrainian government could finish Trump off, not our people behind closed doors, not even Shifty Schiff. Ukrainian government could finish Donald J. Trump off tomorrow with an underhanded closed deal. They're good at corruption to Nancy Pelosi and say, you know what? We're going to kick this guy to the curb because we know the next person in is going to show their gratitude to Ukraine. See? They're going to show the gratitude for us kicking this guy to the curb. You got to stop and think. Ukrainian government's not even trying to kick this president to the curb. You got it? They know he's going to get reelected. if the Ukrainian government felt in one way, in any way whatsoever, that this guy did not stand a chance at re-election and Elizabeth Warren is their next president, or Joe Biden, and they really want to work with them, there you go. I would push Trump right out the door, but the Ukrainian government knows Trump's going to get elected again. And that's why they're not cooperating, if you want to use that word, with Democrats and saying, oh, look what we have. We can help you get rid of this Donald Trump. Let's go to 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 21 seconds. And this will be the last spot on the video we'll play today.
We'll look at other locations. I don't think it'll be as exciting. I don't think it'll be as good. It'll cost the country a fortune because it's very expensive. I know France had a budget of many, many millions of dollars. They just did it. They did a great job, by the way. But France had a budget of many, many millions of dollars. It's going to cost, a fortune for the country. I was willing to do it for free. But people didn't like that. They thought I may get some promotional value. I need promotional value so badly, right? I don't need promotional. Go ahead. What did you say? What else? Steve? No? That's it? On Iran, what? Say it. What you mentioned the word impeach.
Do you believe that it's a foregone conclusion that the House will impeach?
Well, I think they want to. Any Democrat wants to, because they're not going to beat me in the election. So of course they want to impeach. Why wouldn't they want to impeach me? It's so illegitimate. It cannot be the way the founders, our great founders, meant this to be. But I see this guy, Congressman Al Green, say we have to impeach him. Otherwise he's going to win the election. What's that all about? But that's exactly what they're saying. We have to impeach him because otherwise he's going to win. I'm going to win the election. Look, I have the strongest economy ever. It's the economy, stupid, right? I have the strongest economy.
I had to close with that. It's the economy, stupid. It's the economy, stupid. I had to close with that. Emoluments clause. The clause is subject to interpretation. Also known as the emoluments clause. It was designed to shield the federal office holders of the United States against so-called corrupting foreign influences. All right, so Trump every single day does something. If he says Trump, the buildings say Trump, the golf course says Trump, the wine says Trump. So if he says one thing in the course of a day, he's increased the value of his brand, which they should be holding him accountable in the emoluments clause. Now, this right here, this is coming to a head. And when I say this is where it's not going to last much longer.
What as you understand?
Not going to last much longer. Give me, I want number 47. I want to switch gears here just a minute. Okay. Biological male dominates at women's masters track cycling world championship, wins gold medal. I don't know about you, but those look like two women. That looks like right in the middle is Rachel McKinnon. Yeah, that's right. Transgender cyclist Rachel McKinnon, right in the middle there, a biological male, dominated at the Masters Track Cycling World Championship in Manchester over the weekend. McKinnon set a woman's world record. You can't set a woman's world record as a man, damn it. On Saturday for the 35 to 39 sprint, won a 200-meter gold medal, and then complained about how unfair it would be if he was excluded from competing against biological females. It has to stop, okay? That's a damn man. He'll look like a man. It looked like a man, okay? That's a damn man, period. And those are two women, but he won the gold. It's gonna stop. I'm gonna tell you what, women are gonna start beating their ass. They are. You want to run in this race? I tell you what, let's see if you run in this race after I beat your ass real good. Just say it. Take a break, and then we'll come back and wrap it up.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellen, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. October is Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, with the year's biggest savings on every 2019 Chevy truck and SUV in Days' massive inventory, like over $11,000 off Silverado crew cabs, or more than $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. So don't just sit there. Go save a payload during Truck Month, happening now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
I don't know, just my opinion, folks. I could be wrong, you know how I get. But I'm going to tell you something. When these men are going to start showing up and women are going to start kicking their asses. I'm just telling you, because women are tired of this. They're not putting up with it no more. All right? You come and want to compete, you want to run in the race, all right? Then, you know, you can't have anything out front. I don't know. Need to leave that alone. Let's go through the final pictures of the day. Okay, number 45. We do need to check. Make sure Tulsi is okay on a daily basis. This is the woman that is a Democrat from Hawaii that had the nerve to say that Hillary Clinton is the embodiment of corruption. So on a daily basis, we have to check on her. Okay, let's see. We'll go with this. Let's hold on. I'm trying to get to Romney, number 39, Mitt Romney. He may have to be a juror. Okay. 38, House Democrats zero in on abuse of power. Now, they are going through this impeachment, and they hope to have him out of office, seriously, by Christmas. I mean, there you go, America. In Trump impeachment inquiry. They are trying to just narrow it down quickly. Abuse of power. What abuse? We don't know, but it's abuse of power. What laws? We don't know. It's abuse of power. That is a broad statement. Abuse of power. They're trying to keep it narrow and focused. If they could sell, they're looking for a line, a marketing line they could sell to the American people. Abuse of power is the one. We're going to stay with that. Why'd we impeach it? Today's top story is the President of the United States, the House of Representatives, voted to impeach the president after they found evidence of abuse of power. Okay. Number 37. President Trump said he defended Tulsi Gabbard against Hillary Clinton attack. She's a Russian agent. I'm telling you now, folks, we need to put, we need to have somebody tracking her. She needs a tracking device. So I'm telling you, she could disappear, that whole Clinton thing. Number 36, let's go after Mick Mulvaney Day again. Let's widen that. Mick Mulvaney, the acting chief of staff, and White House counsel Cipollone, whatever his name is, Cipollone, involved in internal White House feud over chief of staff job. I want to be chief of staff. No, I want to be chief of staff. Number 35, House rejects GOP measure censuring shift. There was a measurement, there was a censure measure on the floor to be voted on. It went straight party lines to censure this guy and put it on the record for him making up a phone call between Donald Trump and the president of Ukraine. Number 34, Doral in Miami would have been the best place to hold the G7 and free, but too much heat from the do-nothing radical left Democrats and their partners, the fake news media. I'm surprised that they allow me to give up my salary. We'll find someplace else. All right. 33, Trump, they're mad. Trump just said, hey, that phony emoluments clause. Well, it's part of our Constitution. It's part of our... Look, folks, we get it. Trump was just saying, look, fake pundits keep coming up with this every day. Even... I forget his name, for scrapped plan for G7. How you like that for some advertising? Look how much free advertising you got. Number 32, impeachment inquiry witness testimonies continue this week. Okay, behind closed doors. Every single thing is done behind closed doors. We went through the polling numbers. Let's get rid of that. We thank Justin Trudeau. Let's get rid of that. Benjamin Netanyahu. Let's get through that. I'm going to show you something else. Facebook, number 14. This is something you're going to want to keep an eye on. Facebook takes down Russian network. Okay? So Facebook posed as local, praising Trump, criticizing Biden in swing states. So Facebook has found Russian bots, the bots are back, Russian fembots, that are posing as locals in swing states. Remember, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, who else? Wisconsin, it's 5. Arizona, 5 is Arizona, 6 is Florida. So right in time for all the other things that have come out about swing states, those swing states, Facebook has found Russian network posed as locals praising Trump but criticizing Biden in the swing states. Wow, just think of that. How did that happen? Number 13, President Trump urges Republicans get tough and fight. Get tough and fight. Impeachment investigation. Quit sitting on your ass and get up and do something about it. Number 11. Democrats are vicious and they stick together. They're vicious people, those Democrats, but they stick together. MSNBC, number 10. Trump chastises Republicans for not sufficiently defending him amid impeachment fight. Number 9, I just talked about this with Facebook. Russian trolls return. The return of the Russian trolls, that's number 9. There you go. We're going to go all day long with Syria and Kurds. You did not even know what a Kurd was last week. If you would walk the streets of this country, almost anywhere in the United States, and say, are we in Syria to protect the Kurds, and do you know who they are? I don't know what the hell a Kurd is. What's a Kurd? All right? Right or wrong, the country did not know what was going on there. Number 8, Syria 5-day ceasefire ends today. Turkish president vows to crush the heads of any Kurds who remain. Let me just say this. You remember when Barack Obama could not say ISIS? He said ISIL. Right? ISIL. Remember that? We now, the media has no problem rolling out ISIS. But Obama had to call him ISIL. Don't forget who created ISIL, ISIS. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton created these two, the ISIS. Okay? So let me see if I get what else I have here before I close. Adam Schiff's response to the House taking a vote on being censured. Number 2. It will be said of House Republicans when they found they lacked the courage to confront the most dangerous and unethical president in American history. What's the danger? What is so unethical? They consoled themselves by attacking those who did. You console yourself today by attacking me, the man of courage, the man of steel. All right, let me go to one more thing before we close. And hold on just a minute. Hold on a minute. All right, so let me look at what the Associated Press has. All right, folks, let me look in the camera and tell you this. We have the American people, our kids, our children. We have different runs of the economic ladder, whether you like it or not. There's big differences. We have people that are poor. Now, compared to the rest of the world, they're not, but they're poor. They don't have the money for new cars. They don't have the money for new homes. But we allow, as a government, our people to continue these addictions in life. Addictions that destroy. Addictions that destroy our children, their families, our families. We allow that in America. Yes, we do. We allow the pharmaceutical companies. And the reason we allow the pharmaceutical companies is because there's one side that they've done well. Americans are living to 75, 80, 85, 90, some of them 100. And due to research and doctor care by pharmaceutical companies that have come up with this pill and that pill. And in the past, if you died at 68, you were gone, and everybody say you lived to 68 or 70. Now it's 78, 82, 84, because we are loaded with prescription medication to prolong our lives. We have heart transplants, hip transplants. We have all of these surgeries and medications that will get us through 10 more years, 10 more years, 10 more years. But then there's again the addictions in this country that our government allows to happen on certain people. Is it a study? I know what you just thought out there. Oh my God, you didn't go there. Is it? I don't know. I don't know if it is. But the opiate crisis in America, now let me say this, okay? And I'm saying this with an attorney in my family, a couple of them. This is the Associated Press, okay? This came out yesterday. $260 million deal averts first federal trial on opiate crisis. The nation's three biggest drug distributors and the major drug makers agree to an 11th hour $260 million settlement Monday over the terrible toll taken by opiates in 2 Ohio counties, averting the first federal trial over the crisis. Where's the money go? The money's going to go, first of all, to attorneys. So out of 260, will 30% go to an attorney, 15, 20, 35, or the firms? Will that immediately go to the attorney group? Then how many millions will go towards treatment? We always hear treatment, right? How about splitting this $260 million up and giving everybody that, $50,000 or $100,000 that, was taken advantage of by these pharmaceutical companies that created this crisis in America or played their role in this crisis in America? I just want to say this, and I don't want this taken wrong, and I know some people are really after me right now and they don't agree with me. We create a crisis in America. Do you think the opiate addiction crisis was an accident? Do you think opiates were completely and purely manufactured and distributed in this country through pharmaceuticals at pharmacies, from pharmaceuticals to pharmacies, from doctors' prescriptions, just because somebody had pain or whatever it may be? Do you think that? Do you think they never knew on any given day what they were doing? Do you think that? Do you think now that the nation is in a crisis of these kids addicted, I call them kids, young people, men and women addicted and tearing their lives up? You think they didn't expect any of that? Did you never think they'd never expect to pay out the $260 million and where it goes to? Attorneys, buildings, staff, addiction crisis hotlines to help, addiction, places to help you with addiction. Where's the money go? It goes to all the people that have money. Just saying. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We're going to get out of here. Today's Tuesday, so we'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. right here on FYNTV.com. Take us out of here.